welcome back to Integration on our segment today called The Honest Corner. That's right, we're starting a brand new, fresh talk show where we discuss just for a few minutes important topics affecting our community. And the best part is we're going to have amazing women to chime in today and join me for the first segment of The Honest Corner. I love that name. Joining me in studio now is Ramla Hussein. She's the owner of Studio Glam in Toronto. She's an entrepreneur and a mother who loves to talk about different topics. And then we also have Errol Farah. She's a health educator and a nutritionist here in Toronto. And she's also a mother of one, and she has a lot to share about proper nutrition with us. And joining us all the way live on Skype is Errol Hassan. She's a psychologist and a behavioral change specialist. God, we need more of you in our community. Welcome, Errol. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from London. So guys, for our first segment, I thought we'd talk about like the honest corner. Why do we call this segment the honest corner? Why do you think we chose that name?
We're keeping it real. I feel like it's the place where we're going to tell the truth.
Wow. What about you?
Well, I mean, the name speaks for itself, right? We're just going to speak about taboo topics and why Somalis and our communities in general do the things they do and why they function the way they do.
Well, you know what I thought was really amazing is that in Somali culture, there's so many proverbs that center around honesty. And I'm sure Errol, she's a psychologist, and she knows that the most important thing in the world is truly, when you're dealing with any issue in life, is to be honest, open, and that's the way things change happens. So Errol, why do you think having honest conversations is so important?
So honesty is important because it's connected to a person, their emotions and how they live their life. So if they are dishonest in any way, they are not true to themselves, and that impacts on how they feel. So when you're trying to conceal, it takes a lot to conceal something or to tell a lie or to be dishonest, which means that you have to put on a lot more energy and use up a lot of more of your energy to conceal that, meaning then your thinking is taken away from that. And it doesn't, living without integrity or out of integrity in your life, it's more of it just puts you off balance. So you're not true to yourself, you're not true to your values, so you are just being dishonest, meaning that you are just always trying to conceal something. And if you are, and then you have to cover up with something else. You have to tell one lie and then cover up with another lie, and then it just kind of gets out of hand. But that doesn't create a balanced life, and it's just not connected to your emotions, meaning then you live out of integrity. And that's the honest way that I can describe not living an honest life.
I love that. So let's talk about some Somali proverbs that relate to honesty. One of my favorite ones that I've heard is like niman kamar ke na gusto na yan. Halawira da. What is it? Nak the bemba. What do you say it?
Ben kusahare run kuladakan. Right? You have to bring her in
with lies.
I'm a doctor. I'm like the most accomplished. Oh, I love you. But
Does
then when
the
she comes
proverb
home,
actually mean to lie or to deceive?
but isn't deceiving
I'm sorry.
No.
There's different type of lies.
There
a lie
are.
is a lie.
No. There's
Lie's
so
a
many
lie.
different
A lie is
types.
a lie. What's a different type of lie?
Deception is like trying to make something look like something other than what it is. Whereas lying is just, it's flat out, it's flamboyant, it's straight, it's in your face. I feel like what they're trying to do when they say that proverb is to kind of like reel you in with the fake money and the fake dates and the sweetness, but all of that.
You deceived me, you lied to me, girl. I'm like thinking, wouldn't that be the case?
No, I mean,
but I know what you're saying.
It has the same repercussions,
Yeah.
but it's not the same thing. And I don't know if they're talking about deception in this or if they're talking about lying.
I think when you lie, let's
Anytime
say
you're not in your
enhancing the
integrity,
truth,
you're lying.
but it's enhancing the truth. It's
It
making
is.
yourself something you're not, or presenting yourself in the best version
How
of
do you
yourself.
guys date though? Right? Presenting the best that you have to offer, putting the best foot forward.
But what's
is that
worse,
somehow
lying in the beginning or later on your lies become true.
But I'm not the same. At least I could put on makeup. I could like look cute. You know, you might see me with my hair like sideways. But
the woman lied to
you'll
me
end
too,
up,
right?
But
There
you'll
we
end
go.
up having the me you got to know, like my profession,
Absolutely.
who I am, where I live, you know, what car I drive,
but
if I have
outrageous
financial situation.
Outrageous lies, I don't know if that's like normal. That's kind
Can
of
we just agree a lie is a lie?
Yeah, but a lie is a lie. I agree with you on that. But when I was looking at all the proverbs, I couldn't find one that talked about honesty, but a ton that talked about lying. Like, if you lie, this will happen, or lying.
Is it negative repercussions or positive reinforcement?
Well, like, my favorite, and the one that said mostly in my home, is Bent Rad Malha.
Yes.
Yeah, which is like you can't really retrace the footsteps of a lie, right? Like from what I understood, red is like your footsteps, or like, you know, people could actually trace it back to where it came from if it's the truth. But a lie that the same is not true for
Are
that.
they encouraging that type of lie, do you think?
No, but that one's saying
Well, you know
like
that
that's not good.
I just realized something. There is you know, like a lot of people when we first immigrated to Canada, so many people, Somalis, would say like "Gala that ben ushekted ben maha," and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
A lie is a lie."
لا هبقى نوسخ رجال كان. Yes. I'm like, not really. Religion strictly prohibits you from saying, like, that is haram. And
I know, yes.
you know, as Muslims, we are not, there's a hadith sahih that says a person who's deceptive, there are 3 ways you could tell that they lie, that they cheat within their dealings, and they can't keep their word. So if it's clear that in our religion, lying is considered a no-no.
Right. So is a lie is a lie?
Yes, a lie is a lie. You know, a lie is a lie. You can't. There's not much to say about that, really, unless people do interpret it. You know, white lie, blatant lie, deception, and all of that. But if you lie, then you lie, and our religion tells us not to lie. So there is no need to. And I think if no one lied, but sometimes I do. Sometimes you have to, in certain situations, you're put in a situation where you might have to lie about something to protect the feelings of your loved ones, for example. And that could be up for a discussion in where is that truly a lie? But sometimes, you know, you discover something, but you want to preserve you don't want to hurt your friend, your family, or somebody that you really care about, and you are forced to exaggerate or not exaggerate so much. So, but basically, yes, I would say a lie is a lie, really. There's no way around it.
Yes. Okay. Well, this is kind of hot for our first topic. So basically, I think when it comes to honesty and this corner that we have now to share our narrative about different topics, it's going to be about just being real. It's like, you know, we have different experiences from, you know, I know how my mom brought us up and how we were raised and my dad. And then now it's like, how do people who don't have these life skills growing up?
Well,
No.
I find if you're telling the truth about where you are, you're able to move from it, like you rise above it, right? Because you acknowledge it, you deal with it, don't they say the first step is like actually acknowledging something? So once you do that, you can move forward from there. And I find in our culture, a lot of the hidden stuff, what do they say? There's another proverb that says, yeah, right? Because it eats you up, right? Because you're living, and sometimes you end up believing your own lies, right? But I find that if you acknowledge it, and if we all have these issues, they may not be the same, but I find that we all have them. But once we acknowledge them, we can move forward from them.
I love it, and we will. And inshallah, with our segments of the Honest Corner, what do they say? Luqa runta? No, is it Luqa? I don't even know. How do you say corner?
We found out there are many
But
ways to say corner.
But you said it in English.
Corner. In my home,
You cannot change an
corner
English
is
word
corner.
to Somali translation.
I'm telling you that there's so many words we do that way. I'm telling you, fog is
Fog.
fork. Nobody said.
Forgetto is fork.
But see, there's the Italian version, and then there's
yeah.
the like.
Now you just
the
told us you're
Italian
from the
That's what
south
it
and
is,
she's
yeah.
from the north. Okay.
Yeah.
You're from the north.
You know,
I didn't know
I'm
that.
just saying we're getting it together here.
Different
But the
lingos.
loop, the corner, the
Oh,
wherever
boy,
you
oh,
want to
boy.
find this.
That's
Well,
looping.
I always thought of look as an alleyway.
Well,
Right?
right?
You
know?
Corner there, look.
But maybe we don't have a word for corner, but
Yeah.
it's like a little spot. It could be your couch. It could be like, you know, on your bed, wherever you want to share
Yeah.
the truth and like let us know your questions.
Well, I'm happy you guys are in the corner with us on Integration TV, and we'll continue the conversation. And I hope you guys, our viewers around the world, will join our discussions and to learn about the honest corner, topics that are taboo, but sometimes wonderful to discuss because that's how change happens. Bringing things to light. Idil, thank you so much for joining us all the way from London.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching Integration TV. We'll be back right after these messages.